Hello world! Welcome to a brand new video series, What the Hack, brought to you by Science Alive. Now you may be thinking, what the hack? Well, What the Hack is a series that aims to virtualize fun and engage people at home with introductory programming concepts. In each video, we will focus on a different topic and have a short lesson on it, which might also include a demonstration. In some cases, we may also include a more challenging activity for you to try at home by yourself. Now, before we get started on our activity today, let's go over a few important definitions. So, what exactly is computer science? Well, generally speaking, computer science is the study of computers and computational systems. Computer science is a very diverse field, and programming is just one of the essential elements of that field. However, computer science isn't just about the study of computers. It's really more about problem solving and analyzing algorithms. Problem solving is defining a problem, coming up with various possible solutions, and implementing a solution that will solve that initial problem. This is a very important skill for anyone to have, not just computer scientists, because we all actually problem solve on a daily basis. Has your tummy ever growled? Well, that's a problem. And how do you solve it? You eat. Problem solving can be as simple as that, but there are much more difficult problems too. An algorithm is a set of steps that, if followed correctly, will accomplish a task, and these are often used in problem solving. So let's go back to our previous problem. You're hungry. An algorithm to solve this problem may be: Step 1, get food. Step 2, eat. Simple, right? But algorithms can also be more specific. So instead of saying get food, we could also say Step 1, turn on laptop. Step 2, order food. Step 3, pay for food. Step 4, eat. So as you can see, computer science, problem solving, and algorithms really go hand in hand. And I hope you can keep this in the back of your mind while we learn how to program. Programming is essentially creating a set of instructions for the computer to perform a task, very similar to developing an algorithm for solving a problem. Just like the real world, there are many different languages you can use, and we will be using a language called Python. We'll also need something called an Integrated Development Environment, or IDE for short. I won't dive too deep into this, but an IDE is a software application that allows programmers to write and run programs. You can think of it as an editor for your programs. Luckily for us, Python has an online IDE, and I will be showing you how to use that today. The online IDE we're going to be using is called Replit. If you go to repl.it, you'll get to this page, and you can sign up very easily by clicking the sign up button. There are many different ways to sign up. You can either create a Replit account, or you can link it to your Google, GitHub, or Facebook. So once you've signed up and logged in, you should be on this page, and I'm going to be showing you how to create your first program today. So let's click on the blue button on the top right, New Replit. This will create a new program, and the language we're going to be using is Python. Beside it is the name of the program. Let's call it Hello World! So we can go ahead and create the Replit, and this should bring you right to the editor. So this is the online editor where you can write your code and run it. The left side, all this white space, is where you can put your code. On the right side, all this dark space, is where you can see what happens when you run your code. So let's get started. One very important and very great habit to have is to always write comments for your code. Comments don't actually run. They don't actually do anything for your program. All they do is they state what your block of code should do. And how do you write a comment? In Python, a comment is written by putting a hashtag in front of a block of text, like so. This is a comment. As you can see, this is grayed out, so it doesn't actually run anything. And if we click run, the program doesn't do anything. So what exactly is our program going to do? Well, our program is going to print hello world ! So your comment should look something like this. Prints out hello world. And Python is quite intuitive. So we use something called a print statement if we want to print something. And how do you do that? You just type print bracket. As you can see, the print is blue, which means it's a function. And it'll print whatever's inside the brackets. But it's very important that you put quotation marks around whatever you want to print. This makes a block of text, a string. And we will go deeper into this in future lessons, but essentially, if you want to print anything as is, you'll have to put quotation marks around it to make it a string. In this case, we want to print out hello world, like this. Now we can go ahead and run our code by clicking the green run button on top. And if we watch the right side, it prints hello world. Congratulations, you've created your first program. Now before I go ahead and end off the video, I just want to make a quick comment about a distinctive feature of Python, and that is the indentation or spacing. Usually in other languages, the indentation or spacing does not matter that much, and programmers will only use it to make their code nice and clean. However, indentation matters a lot in Python. For example, if I go in front of print here and press tab, just by adding that extra space, the code will not work properly. As you can see, it's all underlined in red. And if you click run, it gives you an error. This is something important to keep in mind and watch out for when you're coding in Python, to not have any extra spaces anywhere, or it may cause an error. And usually if there's an error that the editor can catch right away, it will underline it in red as you saw before. Well, that's all for today. Thank you for tuning in to What the Hack, and we'll see you next time.